Welcome back, A-listers. This is the week of May 31st. I'm Francisco.
And I'm Andres.
This is Put It on the List,
What?
where we discuss everything in entertainment and streaming. This week, we talk about NERDAMEGEDDON. We break down some trailers. We also listen to the horrible takes that Andres has for some Star Wars shit, because this guy is some bullshit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And don't listen to him, but I guess listen to him. I don't know what to tell you. Don't take offense. Hey guys, this is the guy. If you guys are looking for the guy, this is the guy that's shits on all the Star Wars stuff. All right? He's not even a real Star Wars guy, but he shits on it for no reason. He's like, is that Star Wars? Oh, I'm gonna shit on it. That's him. All right, enjoy this week's episode. 2 nerds, 1 pod. Let's go. What's up, man?
Hey.
How was your week?
Long, ongoing. I want to take a second to apologize to the listeners. Our pod is a little late this week. Francisco's been on location covering the Johnny Depp trial. He's waiting for the verdict. So how's that been? How's that been going?
You know, just trying to pick all the pieces up off the bed. You know, all the pieces. You know, just one day at a time. That's all I can say.
You're a brave man. Have you been throwing your underwear at Johnny as he drives by, or how does that work?
Yeah, pretty much.
Good.
I'm like, yeah, I got pretty close one time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It hit like the side of the window of the SUV.
Yeah, I tell him I love Rango. Rango's the shit.
And he looks out the window, like, "You're the guy."
Yeah, I'm the one.
Dude, Rango's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, Rango's amazing.
It's pretty awesome. All right, how's your week been? Besides that.
You know, typical busy week, you know, at work, but quality time with the family is always nice. So
Cool.
You know, another one for the books.
All right, let's get started. What do we have?
All right, you want to get started?
Top of the list.
All right, we started on NERDAMEGEDDON. There's a lot to take down. So we consumed some content this weekend. And first we're going to start with ObiWan. We watched first 2 episodes. General thoughts, feelings, emotions, gripes, likes. What do you got?
I liked it. I wasn't sure what I didn't watch any trailers. I just knew, Ewan, who has a fan in our household, so that was helpful. I liked it. I liked the tone. I liked that, he's being like the reluctant hero. He's just kind of biding his time, and he gets the call for, the adventure. And I didn't realize that they're going to introduce the character that they did. That is part of the call for the adventure. I liked that a lot. I liked the look. I mean, it looked gorgeous. I did not like a lot of the dialogue, especially between him and the character he was in the second episode. I'm like, are they messing with us? Is this for real? That I did not like.
Yeah.
But other than that, it felt good. The pacing was really good, especially in the second episode. It just goes and they introduce the right characters, new characters you care about. I'll say this, then I'll pass it back to you. I loved the opening sequence. I was not expecting that at all. And I'm like, they went there like immediately. So there you go. Yeah. That was no spoilers for Andres. What's yours?
You know what? I liked it. I liked it as well. I mean, there's definitely things you can pick apart or nitpick at. I also liked the beginning. That was pretty cool. I didn't know that I needed it, but once it happened, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Now I'm all caught up. I'm all fresh and ready to go. I also think it looks beautiful. We still got a little bit too much sand. We got to get off that sand, man. Like, sand gets in all the crevices. We got to get that shit out of here. We got to get let's get into some cities. Let's get somewhere else. But, yeah, it looked amazing as far as visually. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like some of the ending, the last 5 minutes of the second episode, where was really cool, and looking forward
That was an
to seeing
impressive
some
non-spoiler review
more.
from both of us. Yeah, we'll get
Yeah,
into.
I wanted to say a
I think
bunch
we'll
of
just
shit.
do a long one. Maybe when we're halfway through 4 episodes, we'll do a spoiler chat.
I think there's only 6 episodes.
You might be right.
I'm not 100% sure, but I want
All
to
right,
say
but
there's only 6.
The pacing is good for 6
next
so
week,
far. They didn't drag it out.
there's no need. If a show is 6 episodes long, let's leave it 6 episodes. We don't need to add extra fat on anything that we don't. We got enough shit to watch. We don't need to watch
Just
filler
because.
episodes of any other bullshit. All right, let's just keep it tight.
We'll talk more about that in a little bit. All right, moving on. I mean, we'll talk more later about more spoiler stuff, but I think we're both fully on board ObiWan.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next thing?
Stranger Things. Dun-dun-dun-dun. On Netflix. First 7 episodes of season 4. Would you like to go first, my sir?
Why, thank you, sir. It's awesome. It's awesome. We have not watched the 7th episode. We watched 6 over the course of 4 days. We tried to squeeze in 6 episodes plus ObiWan, which is a nice accomplishment considering my busy schedule. I did not watch the 7th one. I'm super eager. I think that's going to be on deck in a couple hours tonight. We're going to be going to bed late, probably unhappy or freaking out or checking our closets. I don't know, but I'll say the tone has been so good. They didn't miss a beat for the most part. The interaction between the characters, they set up the dynamics between the groups because that's been kind of their thing for the last 2 seasons. They just kind of eventually split up and go on their mini side quests that kind of lead to the overall arching story. And it's really enjoyable because it just doesn't stop. There was no spoilers. There was 2 incredibly impressive sequences in the 4th episode. There was a 4th or 5th. I don't remember now. There was for the first time an action shootout. They did a oneer. A oneer is where the camera doesn't stop. It just follows a character through an insane amount of shit and just keeps going, just no cuts. And it was awesome and unexpected. So there's so many things, man. We're going to have to get into a more spoilery review. Maybe later this week. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I've been talking too long. Fire away. Where are you at?
Hey, you're like an excited little fat kid in a cake shop. It's all good, bro.
And the cake was so good.
Good. I'm right there with you. First 2 episodes were a little not difficult, but I was like, because I hadn't seen Stranger Things in a while. I didn't go back and rewatch any of the seasons, so I was like trying to get back in the groove of things. And the first couple episodes, it felt like a little disjointed. It felt like a little Saved by the Bell. Like, oh, these guys are kind of grown up to be in high school, but I guess, and it was like a scary Saved by the Bell. So, this is the first 2
Saved by the Bell with a lot more murder.
Yeah, with a lot of red goo. So that was, but after that, each episode has gotten better, and like you said. Episode 4 was a standout for me. I do know what shot you're talking about, and it just keeps building tension and anticipation and wanting to see what they have to do next and how to stay safe and escape all the treacherous things out there. Yeah, and I got 2 things before we move on. One, give you guys props because this has been the scariest season so far, and you guys are hanging in there. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm proud of you guys. You guys, right. I don't know if you guys are all the lights are on. The lights are on in the closet. I don't know how you guys are doing it, but good job. And 2, I really like you said, the tone, but visually, the dark, surreal, the upside down world, I love that. Like, as far as like, I went through a phase in art where I loved surrealism was my favorite, and to have that embedded into the Upside Down and all the surreal stuff that goes on in there, as far as like the buildings being jacked up or flying clocks or this or that. It's really impactful, and I appreciate it, and it looks amazing. So yeah, that's what I got.
I know exactly what we're talking about. I think one of the things I'm super digging on, especially, is I was concerned. Had a big concern. It was going to be repetitive as much as the last season, but they kind of mixed it up enough. I'm like, no, this is a little different. There's definitely creatures, but it's like a different style, and a different origin. That I haven't gotten that. Maybe 7, they'll tell them more of an origin. I have my theories. We'll talk about it maybe offline, and then we'll talk about it again to see if I was right. I think there's some stuff that's very clear that I'm like, okay, this thing is this other thing. But we'll talk about that later.
You know what it gives me?
Pretty fresh.
Yeah, it is.
It had
fresh.
a Silence of the Lambs scene. It had so many callbacks, and we could even talk about I'll say this: Robert Englund shows up in one of the episodes, and I was like, holy shit, is that Robert Englund?
Yeah.
And then after the credits, I'm like, that was freaking Robert Englund. Yeah. Freddy Krueger himself shows up. Yeah. And I was this show is like,
it's hitting on all cylinders.
So right. Yeah. But yeah, loved it. So yeah.
And like the way I'm taking this season, and from the beginning from season 1 to season 4, is that each season, the amount of scariness has leveled up, as far as like, oh, these kids started, when they were this age, so we're going to go with Goonies style scariness, or, fear. And then it just keeps building up. And right now, man, we're like in Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. We're up there, man. We got some Hellraiser going on, We got like a lot of goo and blood and all kinds of stuff, and it's pretty intense.
The nature of some of the stuff, it's like, this is intense. And for those, I don't know, it's not really a spoiler, but it opened up, and I think you got it. There was a warning in the beginning of episode 1, and I was really surprised, and it was very timely with the shitty events that happened this week with the school shootings.
Yeah.
There are some things in this show that are kind of disturbing to watch a little bit, but knowing it's a fantasy, it's escapism, that enjoyment that you get out of it is kind of just what a lot of us needed, I think, this week too. Another big kudos to the show.
Yeah, and to add to that point, it's fantasy and it's all this, and there hasn't been that many guns, or no. A lot of it has to do with telekinesis and things of that nature.
Yeah, it's more like imagery and the thoughts of, but yeah, and how the new creature, how it takes out its victims. I was like, what?
Yeah,
and it is out there. Props to them for being brave to pulling that off. So, and it looks really good and gruesome.
Yeah, they didn't cut back on the production on it, so they did a good job.
They didn't cut away from a shot. Nothing happened off screen. It's all right in front of you. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah, all the lights were on.
So moving on from not the way to go.
No.
We're definitely going to have a bigger wrap up. We might have to do our own episode on the whole season, or just the first half. Spoiling the crap out of it.
For sure. Right. Yeah. Moving on, we got some trailers to talk about.
This might be a short one. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. What do we got? Because you probably haven't seen them all. Mr. I don't watch the trailers.
Didn't watch it.
Thor, Love and Thunder. All right. Well, I did, and it was awesome. Like you expect it to be. The color palette is amazing. A few surprises. We got first look at some people that are going to be in the movie. I'm trying not to spoil it because I'm looking at your fat face, and it's like, oh, he's going to roll his eyes. I'm like, oh yeah, some people are going to be in it. Some people moved in there. There's some masks. There's some helmets.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah, I watched the trailer.
Here's the thing.
It was fun.
The book,
Yeah,
the movie,
that was
Thor,
it.
Love and Thunder. It's based on two Thor runs, two books from Thor, and I've read them all. No, I know. I
Are
already
you
know
asking
because I
me?
read them
Are
all.
you asking me or telling me? Oh no, because you said two question
There's
mark.
at least
I
two
don't know, fool.
by Jason
You're
Aaron.
telling me.
He wrote the God Butcher
Jason
and the
Aaron's the
God
man.
Bomb, which is who Gore is based off of, and then he wrote Lady Thunder. That's the other part of it, but they're going to take a whole bunch of storylines and they're going to shove them into one film, and they're going to add a bunch of other pre-existing Marvel properties. So this might be a really crowded film, and I'm all about it. That's all. That's all I want it to be.
It looks super fun.
I haven't enjoyed a Marvel film in probably several years. Like,
go ahead.
To like really, really been excited about. So hopefully this might be the one. All right, next one. What?
Maybe.
Shut up.
Maybe watch a trailer. I don't know. What? 3,000 Years of Longing.
George
by
Miller.
Mr. Miller. George Miller, yeah.
Last scene.
And like
directing. Say it.
Mad Max Fury Road. Yeah.
Yep.
One of the best action films of all time.
Yep.
Definitely this century. Yeah. You know, when I watched this trailer, I had a couple thoughts. I'm like, this is what you're directing after Mad Max? That was one thought. The other thought I had was like, dang, he's going out there. Like it was out there, man. It was something special, and it's gonna be interesting. It's either gonna be super amazing and a masterful achievement,
go off a cliff.
A film, or it's gonna be a hot mess. It's gonna be like some 3-day-old chili that just sitting in a pot, just nasty shit. And so I hope it's good. Yeah. It's got some talented people working on it.
And I'm in. Dude,
Yeah,
George Miller, like anything he
for
does from
sure.
now on, I'm in. And he's doing Furiosa, the Mad Max prequel. I think next film. I think they're already shooting.
Yeah.
So he's going back to back. So that 3,000 Years of Longing, the trailer. I'm not sure.
For people who don't know, George Miller's like 1,000 years old, so he's
in his 70s.
To be cranking these movies out kind of, every 5 years it's a little
good for him.
Pushing it.
All right, next.
Yeah. All right, next thing we got for Disney Plus, they released some trailers. So the first one we're gonna talk about is Willow. I don't know how you feel about Willow, the original, and then now this one. What do you think, buddy? You got a big old grin on your face, so I don't know what you're gonna say.
I saw the first Willow in theaters as a kid, and I thought it was so cool.
Oh, really?
I mean, it had a freaking 2-headed dragon. I mean, as a kid, that is awesome. And swords and fights and magic and sledding in the snow and
then the bad guy had a helmet made out of a skull. And you're like, dang.
So this trailer came out. I heard they were making it, and little skepticism, but the trailer, it felt good. It felt fun. My only criticism. For people living in like the woods and dirt and forest, everyone's very clean and clean shaven. Something.
They figured it out, bro. Why are you eating?
A little dirty it up a little bit. But other than that, I'm in.
Yeah. No, maybe they take their time doing it. Like they ain't got nowhere else to go, bro. Where are they gonna go? They're not gonna go to the mall. They got like, where are you gonna go to? You're gonna go to let's go to that big tree.
But when they go to the tree, they're gonna find some dirt on their face. So something.
Well, maybe they don't go. But like I remember watching this as a kid as well, and this was my sister and I used to love this movie, and like I remember this is one for me. This was like Val Kilmer prime Val Kilmer. I was like, ooh, because I think right after this or somewhere around there came out the Saint movie, and I was like, oh yeah, even this one.
That was like a decade apart, dude.
But I don't know if it still holds up, but back then it did.
He did this.
Was it?
Got a little slow. Then he did Batman, and then the Saint came out at some point.
The Saint was after Batman?
I got to do the math. No, bet.
I don't remember.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah, we got crickets over
same
here.
was after.
I don't remember. I thought it was before that. Yeah, man, Val Kilmer. I was like, ooh, that's a cool guy. That's a cool guy. And then, yeah, I watched it last year again, and with my kids, and they seemed to enjoy it. They liked it. They were like, at first, they were like a little skeptical, but I mean, the little one was in and out of it, but the other one, by the end, big smile. So
it's just Ron Howard directed it. It was one of his earlier. It was probably his biggest film at the time, and it's really well done. Like, he did a great job.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really curious if Bryce Dallas Howard, his daughter, who's directed Mandalorian episodes, if she gets in on the action, because that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would say she already is a good director. I'd love to see her do a film. But yes.
Yeah.
I'd love to see her. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's when you grow up.
She got the itch like her dad.
When you grow up on a set, you will learn everything.
All right. Next, we got Star Wars Andor. So, what do you think, man?
When I first announced it, I didn't understand why they took one of the most boring, worthless characters from possibly the worst Star Wars film and gave him his.
Tell us how you really feel.
Hey, I got an idea. Let's give him his own show. Like, what? Was it just like a slow day at Lucasfilm? But
I wasn't 100% sure, but I kind of remember you trashing that movie. And I was like, Rogue One. I was like, I think he trashed
sitting in the
movie.
theater about halfway through, I think Christina like leaned over to me. She's like, this movie kind of sucks, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's terrible.
I don't agree. Okay, people out there. So if you're going to go light somebody's house on fire, don't light mine.
The film, Rogue One's about like nothing. And it sucks because it's so gorgeous. That film is so gorgeous. They took like 15 minutes of story and strung it out, and it looked gorgeous. But oh my god, if it wasn't for that ending scene, it would not have redeemed itself whatsoever. Which they shot all that afterwards, and I know all that. You know the worst part? The worst part. What? I was so looking forward to the film because I freaking worked on it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my god.
You're going in, son.
Yeah.
So the trailer to this unwanted piece of property that nobody liked. I don't know. They're just like, hey, we're kind of bored. Let's just make this. Let's just throw another 100 mil out there and see what happens. Yeah. This guy's dead already. Let's make it. Anyways.
But.
So, yeah. I did read that it takes place 10 years before Rogue One. That's it. That's a little tidbit that I got.
But, all right, I'll follow up with this. I watched the trailer. I watched it, yeah. I was did? Super curious. I'm like, okay.
Oh.
I guess. I got to tell you, kind of looked cool.
And?
Kind of looked cool.
Oh,
then,
we're back in.
Oh my god, it gets worse. It gets worse.
We're back.
I read the list of screenwriters who wrote this thing. This show is stacked with writers and talent. So whatever they did when they screwed up the first one, when they screwed it to the garbage that it was, someone somewhere wants to redeem it. And I know I'm in the minority. Man. I know people love Rogue One. Yeah. I know it made like $1 billion at the box office, but anyways.
Yeah. So articulate.
But you know what? I'm in.
Sounds
go
good.
ahead. I'm done.
You know what I liked about it?
I'm done talking.
All right. Okay.
I'll come back to the other side now.
All right. For no reason. Just taking. Andor's taking like catching strays for no reason.
Yeah.
But you know one thing I did love about it? There was no freaking sand. There was no sand anywhere. They're like in the forest, and then there was a lake, and I'm like, ooh, everybody's hydrated.
Their skin looks good.
Everybody's got some water. There's some green. There's green out there in the galaxy, So I was really excited about the no sand. So I'm in.
All right.
Star Wars, no sand, I'm in. So I did it, and yeah, it gave me vibes Mad Max 3, the
Oh
Thunderdome, like with the lost children and the out
I,
there. That's the
tonally,
imagery. That's what
I
it
think that
called
it
back
looks
to.
cool.
So
So I'm like, damn it. This is the thing. You could tell so many cool stories in that world that they built. They just have to actually get around to doing that.
Yeah.
And this is apparently the rise of the rebellion. Like it's 10 years and it shows like one of the chancellors as a younger woman, kind of like, I think it's like the rise of the rebels kind of thing. So like, all right. And I think it actually takes place over years and years. It's not like ObiWan that takes place in like a week, like the whole show. This might take place over like years. And they're already working on season 2. So they definitely have a plan. So it could be really good. So fingers crossed, man.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next one? Yeah. I'm in.
Yeah, it looks good. Then the next one from the Russo brothers on Netflix, The Gray Man, starring Ryan Gosling and
a bunch of other
Chris
people
Evans.
too, I think.
Couple snacks. Yeah, I saw them in the screen. I'm like, oh, those two guys are really handsome. Yeah.
And didn't they? I could be wrong. I think they balanced out the handsomeness with the prettiness with. And what's her name? Anna de Armas. I think she's in it.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
Okay. I don't know because I actually didn't watch the trailer because I just want to watch the damn movie. Yeah, I just want to watch it.
What?
I want to be surprised.
Oh, this guy again. Okay. Well, I'm gonna spoil something for you.
Oh, I
Chris
saw the
Evans
pictures.
is rocking a mustache. Hey. And then mustache, he's rocking it, man. He's pulling it off. At first, the vibe of the trailer it gave me like a little is this gonna be just like a slick kind of cat and mouse espionage movie, but then there was some definitely big action pieces.
Dude, the Russo brothers with Captain America 2, their first film for Marvel, was not expecting it to be anything other than like but they came out swinging. There are some action sequences in that film that are so good, and they've only gotten better, and they're getting back to that more of that espionage type vibe. Dude, I'm so excited for this film.
Yeah, so I got a hot take. I'm low key a Captain America hater. I really don't like that guy. But so I did. The first Avenger was easy not to like, so I was like, "Oh, this movie's boring." But then the second one came out, and I'm like, "Damn!" I tried not to like it, but I can't even deny how amazing and great that movie is. So kudos to the Russo brothers and everybody that worked on that film. That film was amazing. It's top tier Marvel movie. So I'm looking forward to seeing how their talents translate to a different property. Looking forward to The Gray Man, Gosling and Chris Evans.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about that one. All right.
Yeah.
New to the list. We got one to add. What is it?
Yeah. One big one. We got The Boys, season 3, June
Amazon
3rd,
Prime.
this Friday.
You at this point, you either know who they are and what it's on, or you don't.
And if you know, I think the basis of this season, part of it, is going to be the story arc for the book of the hero
friendly
part of the book. Family friendly. So hero gasm. I'll let you guys dissect that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm not sure what the release schedule is going to be. I think Netflix has been doing like 2 episodes and then one every week. So looking forward to that. Should be fun.
I'm in. I read most of The Boys. I'm fairly familiar with this storyline. Yeah. I think Christina tapped out last season. She's like, I can't take the over the top insanity that the show is anymore. And it got a little dull, but then they picked up the second half and it got really good. So gotta tell me I'm in. So we will talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
And thank you, Amazon Prime, for separating it week to week.
Yeah, we'll be covering that.
Man.
Yeah, we like that. Because this Stranger Things all at once shit, and like these, we didn't even talk about how long these episodes are. Damn, long ass episodes. They're like 7 episodes, but I'm like, oh, it's really 12 episodes. We just put them into 2 into 1.
Dude, I I had to do the math last time. We put on like, all right, it's like 10:30. Are we gonna be in bed by at least midnight? Like, oh, just barely if we hustle. Cause I mean, dude, long, worth it, so worth it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Last but not least for this episode, fire away.
We got the double feature of the week in honor of Top Gun Maverick kicking butt out there in the cinemas, theaters. Everybody went to check it out. I have not checked it out just yet. But
dude, it just opened at his biggest opening ever, apparently.
It's crazy. And it's gotten like nothing but rave reviews. So we're gonna do a little feature for Tom Cruise. If you guys don't go out to the movies, maybe you guys check these out at home. I will go first today, and my pick for Tom Cruise is Minority Report.
That
man, I love that movie.
Did we watch it together in the theaters? I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, yeah, we watched. Yeah, that was one of the many. Steven Spielberg, man.
That movie's
Steven
tight.
Spielberg was on that year.
Tight.
Because he did that, Catch Me If You Can. And I think that after that, I think he did War of the Worlds with him again.
I'm pretty sure War of the Worlds was their first film together, and then they did this.
You sure? I think it's the other way around.
We can we'll double check that.
We'll verify.
We can see
Trust will verify.
Yeah, next episode we'll see who eats shit. You.
I'm sure too. Anyways, so yeah, Minority Report. Love that movie. Super ahead of its time, I think. Like with even the special effects, they still hold up. And yeah, man,
it's
awesome
got
movie.
That really cool bleached film look where it's like super contrasted and desaturated, where it just looks gritty. And like when those little spider things are crawling up the stairs and going through, like that sequence, so good. Like there's so many amazing sequences in this film. Damn it,
yeah.
I might have to watch that soon. That's why
we recommend these movies.
Damn it.
That's why we recommend these, bro.
So many. All right, now I have to follow that up.
Step your game up. Yeah, bro. Hey, I threw you an alley-oop. You better go in and dunk it, or just, don't do nothing at all.
So that was Tom Cruise in like the mid-2000s?
Yeah.
So do I go 90s Tom Cruise here, or do I just go fast forward? That's the two directions. I mean,
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Do, man. Don't say 4th of July, bro.
Because this week's not been hard enough.
No, don't say 4th of July. Hey, don't say Magnolia, bro. Don't put him to sleep.
No, I wouldn't do that. Oh, man. I mean, there's two. I mean, the two in my head going backwards and forwards. Do I see the evolution of Tom Cruise after, or do you see the evolution before? Because I'm gonna go two. I'm gonna go Fast, Backwards of Time, Risky Business. That's a film that like really long. If you see this kid and you see all this spark and talent, he's so mellow and he's so poised and he's so young, and he controls every scene. He just gets it, and that film's a good film.
Yeah, it is.
So I would say, well, Risky Business would be like the early matinee if we're doing like a double feature.
Yeah.
And
go Risky Business and Minority Report.
Yeah. Or I gotta or if you're gonna do the afternoon slash
bullshit. Here we go.
EO. One of the best action films in the last 5 years also. Maybe the best one in the last like 3-4 years. Fallout. Mission Impossible Fallout. You see Tom Cruise's progression from Risky Business to Minority Report, where he's like a serious kind of guy, and in Fallout, the dude's a madman. The things he does like haven't been done since Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan never flew his own helicopter over mountains.
No,
he does that. He never. Oh man, some of the stunts and the ideas dropping from a helicopter, almost free fall. Oh my god,
nonstop.
Free fall has Fallout. Free fall. He free falls everywhere in Fallout. It's got so many awesome sequences. Like so many awesome, and he's with a great cast. And the whole time I'm just sitting there like, how is this so good and how does it keep going?
Yeah.
Him and Christopher McQuarrie, the director.
McQuarrie, yeah.
Yeah, the one they did before, it was good. The Mission Impossible. This one is like, holy crap, which means the new one, which actually we didn't even talk about the trailer for the new one, just came out last week. I turned it off after like maybe 10 seconds because it was gorgeous.
Surprise.
I was like, oh my God. I'm in. I got to wait a year. I don't care. I'm so in. So yeah, so that's our Tom Cruise double, possibly triple feature, depending how you want to approach it. I sandwiched it.
Yeah, you did.
You okay with that?
We might have to rethink this freaking trailer segment because should we just call it Francisco's segment? Because you're bullshitting like, oh, I watched 5 seconds of it and I'm in, so take my money. I don't need to watch anymore.
Yeah. That's when I do the reviews. I do good reviews. Like Rogue One, I give you good, proper reviews.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what movie you walked into.
Did you go ask for your money back?
The Rogue One you watched, it had Darth Vader at the end, right? Was that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure, because you're wrong. It's all good, though.
A Star Wars story. That's it.
That title went away real quick after that movie. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so that kind of takes us to the end of this pod.
Yeah. Hey, super fast. Only 38 minutes.
I know you got to you got to get back to the Johnny Depp trial coverage, so I didn't want to take up too much more time.
All right, thanks. Make sure I got my hazmat suit on in case there's any body fluids everywhere going around.
No judgments, man. It's all right.
Listen, thank you for your concern.
No judgments. Next week we're gonna go much harder into the Obi-Wans. Oh my God, there's so much, too much.
Sounds good.
All right, so until next week, this has been Andres.
And I'm Francisco.
Thank you for listening to Put on the List, and until next week, take it easy.